Finally, I got a job. Only took weeks of living with my parents. You want to know the best part? I didn't even have to interview. I submitted my application, and they called me the next day and said, I'm hired. The pay isn't great, and the hours are worse, but it's a job. They said I can start tomorrow night. It's a security gig, pretty easy. They pretty much said I can just sit there and monitor the cameras to make sure nothing's going on and everything is Faztastic. I'll probably just sleep through most of it, to be honest. I'm making nearly $100 to just sit there. I don't know why no one else took this job. Anyways, my therapist said I should do a journal, but I'm not really good at writing, so I decided audio journals would be good enough. I'll make another tomorrow after my first shift. See you then, I guess. First day done. That wasn't hard at all. They left me some stuff, so I didn't really get to sleep, but they had me watching some cassettes to explain the job, but I figured it can't be that hard, so I didn't really pay attention. But they did say the robots could move around occasionally, which is weird, but I guess they don't want them to rust or something. Can I just say they look really creepy? I know they're meant for kids, they just seem a bit off. I don't know, maybe that's just me, and because I'm watching them at midnight. But anyways, they said not to worry, and I've got doors I can shut if I really need to. There's some sort of battery meter on my monitor. I guess the place is so old it runs on a gas generator at night and only has so much power. Whatever, it's not like I even really need the doors or lights. They also left me a whole stack of papers, like waivers and NDAs and stuff. Wait, should I be talking about this? I'm sure it's fine, I didn't read it, but I'm pretty sure NDA doesn't stand for non-diary agreement. I don't have much else to talk about, but if the job is this easy, I'll be out of my parents' house in no time. I guess they did tell me they could move, but it's weird actually seeing it happen. At like 3 a.m., the bunny one just walked off the stage and started wandering around. I got a little nervous, so I closed my doors, but apparently that takes a lot of power, so I had to open them again. Of course, right when I do that, I see him in my window. I just about fell out of my chair before I slammed that door shut again. I think he got the memo because he just left and went into some closet and just stared at the camera. Weird, but whatever. I didn't see where the chicken went, but I heard some pots and pans clattering, so I figured probably the kitchen. I guess robots get hungry? That's pretty much all that happened, though. I'm gonna give the dudes who hired me a call and see if we can, switch off the robots or something at night. I gotta say, I know they're harmless, but seeing a giant bunny in my window looking right at me at 3 a.m. was not pleasant. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. It's probably just a fluke or something. No one told me Foxy could run! What the hell? I didn't even think he was in there. It says out of order and the curtains are closed. I figured he was in the shop or something getting fixed. But I'm looking through the cams, following Bonnie and Chica, and all of a sudden I hear this crazy thumping sound, so I poke my head out and he's barreling down the hallway at me. I shut the door and he started banging on it so hard it drained 8% of my power. If I didn't know any better, I'd think he was trying to get me. Who would design that? Why is he even able to do that? I called Fazbear, and you want to know what they said?
Animatronics may move around at night, and if they see you, they may mistake you for a loose endoskeleton, in which case they could attempt to stuff you into a spare mascot suit. Rest assured, these animatronics likely have no malicious intent and should not purposefully harm you. Although Fazbear Entertainment is not liable for injury, dismemberment, and/or death, please try to avoid contact with any animatronics so not as to potentially damage their proprietary mechanisms. Have a fantastic day!
Like, what? Is that in the waiver I signed? The cassettes made it sound like they would just wander aimlessly, trying to, stretch their legs, not be actively coming to kill me. They likely aren't trying to kill you. Likely? I had to shut the door 5 times. Chica kept coming up. Bonnie came a couple times, and I swear they know I'm here. Sometimes I catch them staring into the camera, or making some weird noise as they walk around. I mean, I guess I don't really have much choice. I gotta stick around. I need the money, but it's just a couple more days. Hopefully someone will go in and switch them off or something. I'll check back in tomorrow. It's getting worse. They just kept coming. I learned that I should keep my eye on Foxy. He started creeping out of his cove, but for whatever reason, he wouldn't move when I was looking at him, which is great. I can handle him. The other two don't stop, though. I think I'm starting to figure him out, because Bonnie only comes from the left, and Chica only comes from the right. Foxy also comes for the left, but like I said, if I just look at him, he stays in his cove. And then once they leave my door, as long as I keep it shut until they walk away, they don't come back for a couple hours, and I can relax. I'm a little worried, though. I ended at 9% power. I don't know what happens if I run out. And another thing, Freddy. At around 4 a.m., I heard a laugh. Obviously, I checked the cameras to see what was going on, but I couldn't find anyone there. Freddy was off the stage. I honestly have no clue where he went. I looked everywhere. Maybe he just went into the kitchen or one of the bathrooms for some reason. I don't know. But I think they are, actually trying to kill me now. It doesn't seem like an accident anymore. I tried calling Fazbear, but they wouldn't pick up. What kind of employer does that? I only have one more day, so I'm gonna stick it out, but then I'm getting the hell out of here. Holy shit, I cut it so close. Thank God I'm done with this job. I'm getting my paycheck and never coming back. I swear I almost died 9 times last night. Bonnie and Chica just kept coming, and Foxy managed to get out and bang on my door. I didn't get much sleep the day before, which was really stupid, and I was kind of drifting asleep on the job a bit, so I don't know if I was dreaming, but I swear I saw one of the posters change to a yellow Freddy head. And so obviously I put down the camera, and for a split second I saw some yellow Freddy sitting in my office. I screamed so loud, and I fell back in my chair. I hit my head on the desk so hard I still have a bruise. But anyways, when I looked up, there was nothing there. I just had this thought echoing in my head. It's me. I don't know why I kept thinking that, but for 5 seconds, it was all that was in my head. I don't even know what it means, but it creeped me out. I also figured something else out. Freddy is definitely the one laughing. Every time I heard that creepy-ass laugh, he'd be gone. I could barely spot him. I realized his eyes kind of shined, but it was hard to pick him out with all the static. Right up until he was outside my door, staring into the camera. I had to keep that door shut because I didn't want him to get in, and I managed to make it to 5 a.m. with that, but right at 5:56, 4 minutes to go, I ran out of power. I think the door drained most of it. Everything shut down. My cameras, my lights, my button, my fan, literally everything. It was what felt like forever, just sitting in darkness and complete silence. But then I heard the thumping. And then I saw Freddy in my door. His face kind of lit up and he started playing a song. He was looking right at me. It was like he was bragging that he got me. What kind of mascot robot does that? That's way beyond just walking around to keep servos loose or whatever Fazbear said. That thing was evil. He got to the end of his music box, and I could hear Bonnie outside the other door, so I couldn't just run. But suddenly all the lights came back on, and they just left. Went back to their stage. Thank God. I literally got saved by the bell. I'm never going back to that hellhole. I hope whoever works this job next gets these animatronics bolted to the floor or something. I guess I can show my therapist these tapes because I'm going to need a ton of therapy to deal with this. They fired me! I didn't even get to quit! I got back and I checked my mailbox and they sent me my check in a pink slip saying I got terminated for excessive damage to property and breach of NDA for calling them and asking why their animatronics were attacking me. Also, excessive damage? Really? Foxy ran into my door! Was I supposed to just let him get me? Fuck Fazbear Entertainment. God, I hope someone shuts him down. People are going to get killed working there if they haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you like this style of storytelling, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be posting some more FNAF stories as well as some Warhammer ones. I've also got some nature content on the way. Anyways, that's about all. I'll see y'all next time.